Hi, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we want to go to Everett to get back our gun, because he has it. It's unsatisfying to have to walk through several load screens. And another load screen, back to the overworld, and then another load screen towards... Oh, there was a rhetoric check on the container that I can try again. Let's see if we have enough rhetoric stuff ready for us. I'm associating the music that's playing now with Measurehead, but we have no minus rhetoric. Okay. That would be minus rhetoric. Nope. We don't have anything rhetorical? We only have 2 minus rhetoric stuffs lying around, so been in this world for many days. Erratic yet thorough. Okay. Nothing more to do now. 18. That's just bullshit. I have to roll a 15 for that. Why couldn't you have like a warp point system? Let's talk to him.
Mr. Dubois, every worker?
He leans towards you, waiting for you to complete his sentence. Every worker is a living god.
Mr. Dubois, so be it. How can I help you today?
I turned what off? I did it, Everett. I turned it off. What? The shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. I had alcohol. It had alcohol in it. No, there's no alcohol. Did it? Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it. I'm sure you made the right call. I spent the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
Now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
Oh, he had the nasal voice, yeah. It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail. The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful, simply wonderful, Harry. Of course, I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry. Nope. And I think I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table. Oh, Bratanius played the old man like a three-string banjo. He has no idea. Better not gloat, sire. 'Tis arrogance that gives the play away. Be subtle. Did you order the hanged man killed? Order it? You know my men didn't kill them. They told you it was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself, and I'm too fat for this. What do you gain from him being dead? Why a war, of course. And what do you have to gain? Do you have to gain from a war? Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. Have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the White Pines group and win before they even realize there's a war. They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men? Harry, we outmanned them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revacore and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men. Or 50 men. Or 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they are bad taste. How is this connected to the strike? Harry, there's no strike, only war, class war, or in the business terms a dawn raid, or... Wait, is that because you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not gonna give nothing. We're gonna take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, the big train, even the damn coffee maker. We're gonna take it all off for the people and fuck White Pines. The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often. So that's why you haven't let Joyce in? Yes, it's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance. What? Tits from her asshole, it's a local saying. Why are you telling me your plans? Because you're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want to. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. He looks at the swordfish clock and nods. It's already happening. Who killed the hanged man? No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everett Clare. Couldn't have done it without him. He really doesn't know. A guy, huh? How do you know it's a guy? I don't. I told you I couldn't, could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the mob. Maybe it was the mob. Anyone from the union. Maybe it was the mob, or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know. He really doesn't. How many of you guys are there in the union? 2,372. Plus yours truly, of course. It's a sizable contingent for a labor organization, Revachol, and they're all very motivated, at least the ones you've seen. How are you going to fund your new independent harbor? Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients who will ditch us? Harry, we've thought of everything. Everything? We've been running back-channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams. That's drugs. Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. They are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Cimarron Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry going. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babies, people with disabilities. That's just the top of the iceberg though, isn't it? The company thinks transporting those chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debauchees Union, however, we are all about the large volume column. We're going to transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry, so your sick cat can get this benefit and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone. Benefit is children's occult medicine, usually apricot-flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis. And the kids on the street can get speed and parolidone. I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredient for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the union took a fantastic share, and I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez. He's basically admitting to it. Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share? Harry was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers. I would need an army of rubies. If I was. Lieutenant nods slowly. Understood. That's basically true, saying that it's better to have drug trades in hands that aren't dangerous. So get it away from the dangerous mafia people and give it to normal economists. Makes sense. Because all the murder and and threatening people and stuff goes away. But it's not like this with this organization. He is threatening people and murdering people. It's a well put together plan, and I don't like it. They are no-go for me. I'll report this. Yes, of course, and while you're doing that, please go ahead and also tell the Wildmites. I want to hear them squeal from the indignity. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is but a small part of Martinez. It would still be illegal. Let's look at the big picture, Martinez as a whole. The little girls out there with dreams of making music, young mothers who want to start businesses, models who want to walk catwalks, and steel wielders who want to weld steel. Welders, not wielders. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place into Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight. Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it. Hojan, I don't want to look at the big picture, I want to look at the drug trade you almost admitted to. No, Harry, that's boring. Alright, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it. Boys, Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This whole bold new version of incorporated socialism I'm offering? It's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man. Thank you, Harry. I'm just thinking now that he'll really cut that, and then I can say that. But whatever. You have no idea how much it means to me, because many ways you are that working man. You have already done so much work. Can I ask you about specific union members? We're way past specific union members now. This is big times. We're talking about the future of Revelco here. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters, but I'm in big time mode, Harry. Can I get my gun now? Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done. Where is it? An old woman has it. Let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out. This must be the woman who bought the guy from Roy, the one described as terrifying. So the gun stay with the woman who bought it from Roy. Roy. Oh, that was me. Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that. Wild, anyway. You and the boys are gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry. The neighbors of this old woman contacted my man because they trust me and the Debaucheurs Union. Apparently she was waving it around at the entrance to her building. She was waving around at people? As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry, no one got hurt. It sounds like a very disturbed and dispirited individual. Who is this? Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, but she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs. There it is again, the Pigs, like Roy said. Not good at all. I for one find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig. It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction. Can you set up a meeting? I already have. Tonight, starting 22 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast, the one on the boardwalk a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry, I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff. She will there from 22 to 202. More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do. The signatures I got, I know you plan to force them with a construction noise. Was the mount with the construction was Harry, but no, by now you should know that I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access must make some people consider moving, well, let's just say there will be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real, affordable workers' places. So the village is doomed. You were there and you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce. What do you mean? Harry, I imagine a youth center, supermarket, church complex, employing hundreds, no thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on. Youth supermarket church complex? Do you really expect me to believe that? Yes, I do. I got the center, I got room for a retail complex. In 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This is post-war limbo. I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on. There's true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. And then there will be a giant statue of him towering above all. Wait, but will you erect a statue to yourself? I'm not a symbolist, Harry, I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in Ozon hating me. That will be my statue and yours. We're doing this together. You would look nice as a statue. I knew we were up to something. Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job, just like yours is to keep the peace. That's it for now. Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We've united the RCM and the Debateurs Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. But he can't tell anything else about the harbor. Between 22 and 0 o'clock. We have to be over there. We got a point. We have 2 hours to get there. Plenty of enough time to form my precinct about the badge we found. And additionally... Oh, we can talk to Leo. He said we can talk to Leo about the specific union members.
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larisse said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom with us is if not shared, and old Leo is always up for sharing. You seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone. Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys, but who did you want to talk about? Talk about Edgar. Mr. Edgar's Mr. Everett's brother. He looks like a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business, not even river cold, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union, but last year he spent a whole winter in TNN. After the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again. TNN, a lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there, a lot of cargo shipments being made too. Manana. He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little bit better. All for the wheels, much needed in stressful times like these. Measure it. Oh, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union man. I think I really believe Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Other time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that. Titus. Otitis is a longshoreman through and through, and he was born on a boat, they say. The little man rubs a patch on his elbow. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice friendly salt to Otitis. He's probably one of those rare specimens who are born when two drunk seamen stumble on top of each other on the deck amidst a storm so violent it flings waves around. Tell me about Everard. Oh, I bet not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everard would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister. Tell me about René. The night guard? Oh, he's peculiar failure. He's the strong silent type, you would say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only fellow who actually knows old René. They lived on the same street all their entire lives, even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows, but Mr. Martin was always really nice to me in school. I remember once... But Mr. Gaston was a human studies teacher? Mr. Martin, yes, don't really remember much about him. It's just I was just a boy back then. I'm off. So we're good with Mr. Everard now, and we crushed his dreams, which were not as bad as I thought, but they involved drug trafficking. Let's see, rhetoric. Yeah, we can put a point into that. We lost one from thought, so... which is something we can't do anything about. So we did get all the bottles over here, yeah? Okay. And that will still be locked, I think. That door over there is weird. Maybe they want to install a DLC over there? That's always what I'm wondering around. Closed door? Must be a DLC thing. Could perfectly well just be a closed door to have to leave people with something to wonder about. Okay, we got all the guys. Do I have... Ah, there it is. 2 plastic, 1 glass. Yep. We can also buy the raincoat over here. We had a raincoat and those 2 things. What was this? Nosafat, Duramine, magnesium, hypnogamma. Okay, those are the healing items. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop while inviting you closer. The clerk sees you eyeing the goods behind you. Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Tell me more about these products. The Pale Age Vodka Special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong. Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body? I mean, I already said it would hurt you. I don't know what else they do. Drugs give powerful bonuses to your main stats while dealing damage to your health or morale. Cigarettes raise intellect while damaging your health. Alcohol raises physique while damaging your morale. Use medication to counteract this damage of drugs. Note, consuming drugs can have unforeseen consequences for you. That's the thing I'm thinking about. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices? Nope. Pale-aged vodka is 30. Wow. I have no idea where I would buy that. The Pilsner. So that's basically the same as that. Give me Pilsner because I don't already have that. And there was someone who wanted my alcohol. A sturdy bottle of beer that tastes like piss. Not that you would know how piss tastes like. Just a guess. The label says it's made in Revocol by Lafayette Potent Brewery. We can increase our stats so much. But I think that won't go for the base. Like in this thing. I think it will bring physique from 2 to 3 perhaps. If it's that kind of thing, but I don't think it will increase this base thing over here. It will still say 2, it will just allow me to put another point in. That's what I'm guessing. But I won't do any drugs this playthrough. Let's say talk to my friends and say them that I got my badge. Radio. Firewalker, reconnect me to the 41st. I'm happy to report that I found my badge, Jules. Glad to hear that. I'll write down that there's no need to issue a new one to you then. Over. Over. So you're just getting 5 XP for completing that thing. Okay. You have more books, but I have found a book to read for myself. Maybe I want to read a Yamdallah Man book. Do you have to say anything to Joyce Messier having left?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Pissfoot and Fuck the World sent their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. I think they're afraid of you. They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Fat chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. Okay then, how's that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to the lips and squints up at the sky as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock, but in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We paint it red. We bring the raccoons. You bring the sirens. Interesting. I want to see if there's something down here now that she's left. Maybe she's left something behind. Yes. Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there, Joyce. Okay, then I'm here to paint my mural. Let's first look at what kind of check we'll need for that. And clothing. Accordingly, paintbrush check, heavy fuel oil check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Yeah, the interesting thing is that this says... I have to put my mic away. Something with S. Fuck the police. I love you, Kuno, mother of all wars. What shadow lies there beneath the great bright gleam? No parking. Something beautiful is going to happen. Or a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. No, something beautiful is going to happen. You've spoken. The war will now silently repeats the message. For a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city. Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve. Okay. That's it with that. And remind me what I have to do. That's rhetoric. Then we have composure with Renee. A barred door, that's not barred anymore. A sleeping dog worker, that's no more there. I don't have to go with Measurehead. I did buy it, so I don't have to steal it. I was behind that door. That's a stupid barbel, there's no need to pick it up. There's a Shivers thing for the novelty ice maker. dice maker. Then we have the ice cream maker, where we still have to get a better pick, a better thing. And there's a suggestion heroic for Lillian. Ah, that was asking her out on a date. So nothing to do there. Wow. I can't scroll anymore. That might take a while. Go to Moro, take that. Don't know where he is. Take him to processing. Locate a working firearm. Inspect to a boy. Determine where the shot came from. Ask about Ruby in the village. Photo onto the spirit's wake for the signal. Go to pigs in the old fishing market. Okay, but I just remembered it. Someone had access to that thing, and it was the same someone who had these mugs. So I assume that we might have missed a clue here. There's nothing we've missed here, yeah. Okay. So it's the person who lives there. That's the person who put the clothes in the trash. Okay. Something beautiful is going to happen. That's very poetic. I should have written no parking on there. Can I ask her about the 3 drunk guys, if one of them was her husband? You were right that I'm a cockatoo. Excuse me? I went and read up on them, just like you said, and I've even decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. Want to know? I don't know. The most talkative of them? I'm the funeral cockatoo. The what now? The funeral cockatoo. It's the most depressing one. You truly are one strange cop, are you? What a day. Not the thing. Oh, I did forget to buy the composure cloak from Frit, because I was how do you call it? God damn it, English language. I wanted to do something, then I saw the thing, and then I took care of that thing instead of. I want to buy the raincoat. No, it was endurance. That's a health point. Let's buy that. Here you go. It goes well with the gloves. And the Frit bag. The transparent plastic coat, raincoat with Frit sick written on the back. Only Frit. Okay. The package photo shows a group of happy Ravicolians dancing in the rain. How do you know they're Ravicolians? You're racist. There was the one guy in the fishing village who wanted alcohol. That's the reason why I bought the beer and the thing. I don't want to buy books now. I'll do it tomorrow. Let's talk to Sai Lang. And I'm pretty sure I bought everything in the pawn shop. So what did you have here?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
That's the composure jacket I was thinking about.
Keep saving that economy.
I want to buy the windbreaker. Gotta prepare for springtime, right? The nylon windbreaker is so dynamic it wraps around you like a membrane. Equipped with a stowable hood, the backside of the garment is covered in sport and summer-related text. It swishes softly as you walk. And then I get the
shine
sunglasses.
on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I'll take the ugly glasses for drug taking. A good starter pair, officer, and when you're ready to upgrade, come back and see me. I'll take those cool deep blue glasses. Sub-insulindic rendezvous. A man who knows his style, very much respect. These death-tinted shades come with an odd longing for self-destruction. They're ugly, you don't even need a mirror to know this. Describing them as futile, better get a glass of wine. The truth is, you can't really see very well through the darkened specks, but you feel truly tender in this newly found deep sea plane. Two blue-tinted lenses sit in a bone-carved frame like they have always belonged there. Okay, I've got stuff. I had a composure check with Renee that I don't remember. Oh, there. What was that about?
I like playing
this
in the
one.
dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on a...
Okay, composure. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. We have now +2 composure. Hear that? Magnesium, that's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. So there's a lack of magnesium in me. Yes, it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream. So I need to make it sideways. Make it sideways? What are you talking about? You need to make it up. You've probably had 2 heartbeat attacks and a minor stroke already, and the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. So you're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form? Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to ascend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. What the... It's generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms fusing little carbon tubes together in to form complex, mushy structures able of thought, love, and locomotion. It's also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it's important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired? Make it. Down? Mag time. Liver damage? Maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? Fuck off. So what else do we have? 10 cents for every green orb clicks. I'll be 1 XP for every orb click. That's so worth it. That's 3 perception. That's against my... I think against the boss enemies. It's hand-eye coordination, so I will have a gunfight against those enemies. Which is terrifying me. That's okay. That's 10 XP, that's great, that's good. So I can get rid of the sorry cop, of the long way home. One of those. I'm getting rid of the sorry cop. No, those are only red checks. Yeah, but that could help me really. This is completely useless. Is it? That's what gives me the chance to do learning here. I'm gonna forget the lonesome long way home, I think. Because I won't take speed. And I take the magnesium-based life form. And I can take another point into something. Let's see. Oh, Shivers is bad now. Not composure. Let's put a point into rhetoric. Let's put a point into rhetoric. It's not rhetoric, it is lethargic.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on a recon again.
So I threw the bull into the sea, but I replaced it and I know his job situation. So I have a 6 and I need a 14. So let's roll an 8. As René turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. How many medals are there? 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. The cross, a crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It is the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty in service of King Frizzle I. That's a big thing. The sun, the small blue star inside an orange sun, has the word Valiance written below. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution. Croix de Bravoure and the setting sun, did you get them for? For bravery. It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in the service days. That's what I was going to say. Bravery. I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You were also wondering if I got these for raping women or killing babies. So did you? Honor is everything to me. Whoa, sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane. So what did you get those medals for? For doing my job duty in the heat of battle, for looking my mortality in the eye when men like Gaston hid in the bushes and shat themselves. He saved some Maudit princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold. Saved the princeling? It was in the first month of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frizzle thought he could end it all in one decisive strike, sent his cousin Dresson to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Dresson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatoo feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated. Shown from 5 clicks away, can you imagine the asininity? Purple velvet tunic, that isn't exactly camo. To keep the long and bloody story short, Dreisand marched us against the partisans in Couronne, and when I say marched, I meant made us walk into captured enemy territory single file like toy soldiers while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. Stupid idiot. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. Must have been a bloodbath. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down, just a flesh wound, but just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee. Hang on the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retelling. This might yield something useful. Okay, then what did you do? I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head, and everything went black. Captain Arnaud, Le Fleur de Chevaux, the bane of horses. When I came to it, it was all over. It was just me and Jean-Lis de Raison gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood, but despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one. This would never happen to Johnny Lawjaw. My jaw's tight. Right. So I grabbed the prick and started crawling, kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle we both survived, and the jawless freak convinced Frizzle to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood, piss and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty, just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 30 months later I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning. You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine and his billowing breast and untarnished self-worth. Sounds like you're being modest, René. The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his feature motionless. What Monsieur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drisson. 2 days later, that was. He crawled like 5 to 6 miles with a broken knee while carrying An unconscious and mostly in pain and flailing around body on his back? Wow. And he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way. Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there. Oh, John, you're just a little bit proud of Rene's heroics, aren't you? Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like Rene himself. Certainly not to me. How did you find the story to be, officer? Great. That's the fascist option, but I may have to choose that, because that's right for once. Quite impressive, it's men like Rene who made Revel great ones. Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer, they don't hand these out for anyone with a service or record. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly, and you need to get your hands bloody too, really bloody. Do not speak of what you know nothing about, poetry, and duty is something you will never understand. Thanks for the story, Rene. Well, there were many such stories in those days, many such men too, Trevor Collians, men with backbone. Oh yeah, Rene, yeah. Men were bigger, girls were pretty, and everyone was a fascia. Lord, please bring back those days back. Bring those days back if you can. I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, well, was there anything else? You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own to impress the old soldier. It's drama time again. I don't want to lie to him actually, but it's drama time again. And I can't shake off drama time. If it's time for drama, it's drama time. Oh, that's 1. What was the other? Also 1. Yeah, doesn't matter. That one has plus electrochemistry. That's drama. Great, it's drama time. Do I have minus drama from anything? Yes, the shades. Don't I have drama shades? Then I take those. You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous? Damn right, I'm dangerous. You're very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket, but believe me, they are all very impressed.
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on a recon again.
Okay, wait, did I gave him the buoy. That was there.
I like playing in the dark.
Yeah, I gave him the buoy.
Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on a recon again.
Rene told you his war story, now impress him with your heroics. Go long, go deep, go unconventional. My story doesn't have gunfire, blood or spilled guts, but let me give you a different take on heroism. Sure, officer. Already he looks skeptical. Let's hear your take. Imagine just flickering into existence from nothingness. You get it, I'm not following you. You get it, don't worry, just continue, he's gonna be impressed. Imagine pain that makes giving birth seem like a mosquito bite, but inside your head. Right when you are willing to do just about anything that makes it stop, you open your eyelids. And realize your mind, everything that was you is gone. You're talking about getting blackout, shit-faced drunk and going into delirium, right? The lieutenant looks up from his notes and nods to the old carabiner. I'm talking about so much more than that. How so then? Look, I don't think anyone's ever been so drunk. It must be a record. And I thought getting my knee shattered and surviving on red carcasses in the trench was bad, but here I have one of my medals. You earned it, officer. Extremely rigid principles this old soldier has. Don't leave room for a change of heart or backing out. The medal is yours. Should I take it? Of course not. Thank you, Renee. I'm honored. The veteran of numerous armed conflicts extends his right arm with the setting sun in his clenched fist and an expression of utter disbelief in his eyes. Flashes of bloody and terrible scenes of war. Men dying, horse shrieking, blood sinking into the sand and snow and asphalt and fertile black earth. All of this accompanied by a musical composition telling of the heroism of old, when men were bigger in both body and heart. You feel strange kinship to this old soldier. You and him are the same now. The old carabiner stares at you for a moment, the attention leaves him, and he asks, was there something else you wanted to take from us? I don't think there was something else you wanted, was there? You got the medal, now let's solve the crime. I got the medal? It's a rhetoric medal! The deep blue star sits inside the radiant orange sun. Where else? The word most often used to describe exceptional valor in combat is written underneath. Medals like this aren't bought, they are earned. I should put my stuff back on. So my shirt and my necktie and my visual calculus glasses and my petrol cloak and my sabatons. Do I have my shit together? Yeah, I have. Okay, so in the next episode we will start by trying to give that one man alcohol that I didn't give alcohol before. That was one of the 3 drinking men. He wanted to tell me another story, but only if I gave him the alcohol. So let's talk to that man at the beginning of our next session. So, see you tomorrow. And have a nice day.